welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe and healthy. I feel like a broken record because that's kind of how I start off every video lately, but I really do mean it. Well, I have some bananas that I bought that are kind of starting to brown and I don't really know what to do with them, so usually I just freeze them, but I figured let's make something with them. And again, I'm on that kind of healthy kick. I showed you guys those zucchini brownies that I made before. They're so good. But today I'm gonna be making banana bread cookies. They are so good, so easy, and if the idea of making like a whole loaf of banana bread sounds like intimidating or just like too much, Winston, I swear every time I do a vlog, he rings the doorbell. No, Winston! That's his doggy doorbell for when he has to go pee, so it might go off a couple times. I literally just let him out. Anyways, so banana bread cookies, really like easy. You can make them bite-sized, you can make them bigger. It's like the perfect kind of breakfast on the go or just whatever, a little afternoon snack. So let's get started. My bananas are not fully brown. They should be like really, really brown because that means like all the natural sugars have really come out. I have them in the oven. I kind of feel like if I heat them up a little bit, I feel like they tend to get browner faster, and I feel like they kind of brings out like the sugariness inside of them. I don't know if that's true at all, but I just feel like it works for me. Okay, let me take him outside. Okay, he's now going to the bathroom again, so I know if he rings it, he's fibbing me. Okay? No. All right, so for this recipe, you're gonna need bananas. I'm using almond flour. You could do oat flour, normal flour, whatever. I'm using almond flour. The egg, the peanut butter, the chocolate chips are all optional. You do not have to use either of those. You could literally just do let me see, so I'm doing maple syrup as my sugar. And I'm also doing a little coconut sugar, but you could just do maple syrup. I'm doing almond flour, sea salt, cinnamon, maple syrup, and then mashed bananas. You could literally just do that, but I'm gonna spice it up a little bit. I'm gonna add chocolate chips, an egg. I'm gonna add a nut butter, so I'm gonna do peanut butter. I'm gonna do some vanilla, cinnamon. So I'm kind of spicing mine up a little bit. Like I said, it's optional. Let's check on my bananas. Ooh, okay. So I'll show you. You see how it just kind of like browns them? They were like a little brown, but now they're even browner, more brown. So I just did that. I don't know, I feel like it brings up the sugars. But anyways, let's dive right in. So I'm gonna get a big bowl. I'm gonna start with my almond flour here. I'm gonna do a cup and a half. This is so easy because you don't even need a mixer. Cup and a half almond flour. Ooh, that was too much. Almond flour, okay. We're gonna do 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Make sure they're nice and fluffy. 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. You wanna balance out that sugary flavor with some salt. I'm gonna do some cinnamon, however much you like. This is kind of to taste, like if you like the cinnamon taste or not. I like it, so we'll do some cinnamon. I'm gonna just kind of whisk that together, just so it's all combined. So like I said, you're supposed to use pure maple syrup, but I'm the OG that uses Aunt Jemima. So I know I mentioned that I'm gonna do maple syrup, but I'm also gonna just do a little bit of coconut sugar. I'm gonna do, let's do a tablespoon of coconut sugar. So those are kind of like all of our dry ingredients. I'm gonna put the bowl to the side. I'm gonna get my bananas. You need 1.5 cups of bananas, which is around 3 to 4 bananas. These are kind of big, so I'm gonna just assume that this is around 1.5 cups, but you can always measure afterwards. Right, we're gonna get those in a bowl and you're gonna just go crazy and just mash them up. I always say don't over mash because there's something nice about it not being like pureed, like a little chunky. Okay, so this is kind of the consistency. It's chunky, but it's not pureed. Okay, so I've got this mashed up. I'm gonna do my maple syrup. I'm gonna kind of mix all my wet ingredients together. About a tablespoon of maple syrup. Alrighty. Now this is where I'm gonna add in my egg as well. So I've got 1 egg. Like I said, if you wanna make this vegan, you could totally skip this step. But I just feel like I like that kind of cakey, eggy consistency in a cookie. And then I also need to add in, well, you don't need to, but I like to add vanilla in everything I do basically. So around a teaspoon of vanilla in that bowl as well. Kind of mix it together. So loud. So I'm mixing all my dry or wet ingredients together here in this bowl. And I'm adding a little peanut butter. Again, step you can skip. You can do nut butter of almonds, cashew, whatever you want. So I'm doing peanut butter. It's gonna be around a tablespoon of any nut butter you want. All right, that emptied out that. Mix that together. The egg, syrup, everything in there. So I'm gonna add in my wet to my dry. And challenge here is just to make sure it's really well incorporated. Like the peanut butter and bananas and everything, it's very well incorporated since we're not using a mixer. This kind of reminds me of like banana pancakes in a way. It's like you're making big banana pancakes. That is looking pretty good. Now you want it runny, but you don't want it too runny because it is a cookie. So because I added in that egg, I'm gonna add in a little bit more almond flour. And add in like a tablespoon at a time if you feel like it like will run too much and it'll be a pancake instead of a cookie. Now, if you wanna add walnuts, you wanna add protein powder, chocolate chips. I'm doing chocolate chips. About a half a cup, give or take. Got my spatula and I'm just gonna fold them in. A little bit of almond flour. That egg really just provides much more liquid, so it's gonna be almost more a cup and 3/4 versus a cup and a half. Okay, voila. Scoot to the side. I've got baking sheet here, some parchment paper. You don't want these babies to stick. And then I'm gonna get a cookie scoop. I preheated my oven to around 350. And now I'm just gonna scoop these babies down. You're gonna wanna give them a decent amount of room to grow because this is a doughy, a liquidy batter. Now, if you want, you could flatten them out with like a spoon or anything. I kind of like mine big and rounded, but I have got my first sheet tray. They're gonna go in at 350 degrees for around 25 to 30 minutes. You don't wanna underbake these too much because they will kind of fall apart on you. It's not like a cookie dough. You wanna make sure that bottom gets crispy. Not crispy, but well done enough that it's like you can pick it up like a cookie. I've got my bigger sheet tray here as well that I'm gonna just scoop my cookies out. Okay, my second batch going in the oven as well. I'll see you guys in around 25-30 minutes. I'm gonna clean up this mess and I'll talk to you in a little. Okay, sorry if I'm a little red. I just tried to learn a TikTok dance and I was very unsuccessful, but I'm very sweaty and very hot. But my cookies just went off and the whole house smells like banana yumminess. Almost could have taken them out a little earlier, but they look good. I'm gonna let those babies cool and then try them with you guys in a couple minutes. Okay, it's been like 5 minutes and I can't wait any longer because I'm starving and they smell so good. So I'll bring over one for you guys. Okay, the big reveal. Oh, baby. They smell like heaven on earth. They're actually perfect inside. Super gooey and moist. but like hard on the outside so you can pick it up and eat it like a cookie. So good, and actually not that bad for you. You guys have to try this one. This is so easy. Catch you next time. I'm gonna go eat all of these cookies. Bye guys.